What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new football talking video. I'm going to try and do these a little bit more often. I will say that it's nearly 11 o'clock at night. I've just finished watching a few highlights of matches that I didn't have enough time to watch. If you hear any noises like that in the background, my dog's having a mad half an hour with every single toy that he owns. So I apologise on that. I can't really look him out in the garden, although he does. He's basically bringing all his toys into the house and all the toys back out in the garden. But I apologise for that noise. Again, I'm gonna have my loyal iPhone next to me. I've jotted down some notes, and yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go through my thoughts on what's happened in the last 2 days in football, this weekend's worth of football. I'm probably going to do it in the same way like Match of the Day does, which is just today's being the most recent, and then talk about yesterday's matches. There's a match tomorrow as well, so that'll be interesting. Tottenham versus Everton. Realistically, if I'm just going to talk about that quickly, Tottenham, they haven't done well, have they, since the return of lockdown? Everton beat Leicester. They beat Norwich. They drew to Liverpool. You could almost see Everton winning that game. And if they win it, they leapfrog Tottenham. They would as well. They'd leapfrog Tottenham and Burnley. They'd go 9th. Technically, yeah. They could go 9th. That would be an interesting game. So I'm going to say Everton's probably going to win that. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comment section below. Again, first game on the list of matches is going to be the 1-1 draw with Burnley. I didn't get around to watching that match, so I have seen the highlights on YouTube. Thank God for the highlights that we get now online. Honestly, watching the highlights, I'd recommend watching them. There's a potential penalty claim that we've probably seen happen over and over and over again in years. But obviously VAR helps sometimes, and I think it helped with this case because he miskicked it. It hit him in the arm. His arm was behind his back. He wasn't looking. He was looking where the ball should have gone, and obviously it went behind him. It would have been a harsh penalty, but obviously we probably have seen similar things happen in recent years. It wasn't a penalty. There was a shot from, I think his name was Stevens for Sheffield United. That was really unlucky. Really nice, clean hit on it. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. I kind of wanted it to go in. There was a fantastic goal from Burnley. It was a set piece from outside the box. It comes in, hit a few bodies, and then straight in. It was a clean. I think they say it on like FIFA 19, FIFA 20, where it's like, this is one from a training ground. It fully was hours and hours and hours training ground. That was a goal, and yeah, honestly, it was a good set piece. Really, really good set piece. Again, they should have probably gone 2-0 up watching it. There was a shot from Rodriguez. Keeper did well to get something on it. And it basically rebounded onto a Burnley player, and yeah, he missed his chance. It could have been 2-0 up. I'm probably going to missay his name completely. I'm awful at pronouncing names. I'm terrible. But Sheffield United's goal came from I think he was a defender called Egan. He had a chance earlier on in the game from a corner or a ball whipped in, and it kind of just like the ball hit him straight in the head. And I think it just went over the bar or went wide. And watching it from the highlights, you kind of knew something was going to happen with him. It was one of them kind of games. And honestly, it was a fantastic volley from the left side. Realistically, any kind of striker, any kind of winger, midfielder, attacking player would have shot it with his left. Ball come in, he would have kicked it with his left. He made it harder for himself. He shot with his right against an international goalkeeper, Nick Pope, and scored a really, really good goal. Realistically, I don't think many strikers could score that as well as he did. Really, really good goal. If you're not going to see any goals, I can't really say that either because there was a fantastic goal that I will talk about later on in this video. But yeah, that was a really good, top 3 goals for this weekend goal as such. There's been rumours that the Burnley boss will be leaving at the end of this season. He's been there for like 7, 8 years now. He's looking at a new challenge. 2, there's rumours that he doesn't get on with the chairman. You got to think. I think it's like last year, the year before, he was linked with a move to Arsenal. He was linked with a move to West Ham. I don't know how committed these links were. They were in the newspaper. It could all be gossip. He's done wonders at Burnley. He's almost done like the David Moyes, where when he was at Everton, wasn't really given much money, but he's managed to build them up to be this fortress. It's hard to get points against Burnley. They were in Europa. Was it this season? Last season? They've done well for themselves. Will he still be there next season? I mean, he needs a bit of money to improve the squad. He's proven he's done well there. And then again, talking about West Ham, with him being linked with West Ham a year or 2 back, I mean, they've gone into today's match thinking we've beaten Chelsea 3-0. We're winning. We're doing well. We probably shouldn't get relegated. They play Newcastle, which are a mid-table team. That's where they're probably aiming to be next season. They've got the team to do it. And they go 1-0 up. And yeah, I reckon West Ham we're not used to winning 2 games in a row here. Because it didn't really last long. It went 1-1. West Ham get a goal back and it was 2-1. And it was just, it wasn't a great game to watch. Again, it wasn't a game I watched live. I don't think, if I was watching it live, I don't think I'd be watching it for the full 90 minutes. I think I would have turned off and watched highlights. The game ended off being 2-2. Yet again, West Ham slipped up to allow Newcastle to get back into the game twice. Not once, but twice. They were 1-0 up. They could have stayed more defensive and try to get them 3 points. 3 points that are vital at this point of the season, and they just didn't do it. It was a poor game. I'm not a big fan of David Moyes. Again, he was fantastic at Everton. He was like a one-club hero with Everton as a manager. Man United, he went off somewhere in Spain. He came back to West Ham. Everywhere he's been since, he's just been a bit of a letdown. And I know that the boards at West Ham aren't the greatest of boards. They're always in the news for whatever situation. But I wish they'd just pull their finger out and go, he's not the manager for us. We need someone different. They got rid of Allardyce. Allardyce did really well there. I know that obviously he's a bit hit and miss and he plays older style tactics. Boot the ball up to the striker, let him bounce it back down and do something there. But it worked for Bolton for years. But yeah, I don't really rate Moyes, and I really hope that he's probably not there next season. The next game was the Liverpool game. They played Villa, champions of England, versus a team that they're probably going to get relegated this year. Liverpool, realistically, after the game against City, Liverpool could have been both of them teams. They could have been the champions, or they could have been the team that lost 4-0 against City and could be the relegation team. But obviously, the team that have only lost twice this season was the team that played Villa. I think Mane scored the first goal, went 1-0 up. And then I think one of their youngsters, I've not even jotted his name down, which is a bit unprofessional-like, but they finished 2-0. And I don't really want to say much more about it because I don't really care about Liverpool. Doesn't matter how great they are as a team this year. I don't care. I've left a little comment on my trusty iPhone, which is Jack. So obviously I'm talking about Grealish. Must be looking at leaving Villa. He's loyal to the club, not loyal country-wise with the Ireland and England situation, but he's really loyal to Villa, and I feel like that might just ruin his career overall. He's been linked with a move to United. I don't really know if I want him at United as such. I think he's a good player, but I don't know how he'd fit in. I don't like his attitude. Throughout this lockdown era that we've been in for the last 3-4 months, he's constantly been in the news for being on the wrong side of the law. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to see him in a United kit. He probably will be, and he's a good player, so I won't hate it. But and then yeah, the final game of the season, end of the season, end of the day, end of Sunday, end of this week, was the Southampton City game, and again, City beating Liverpool 4-0, playing against a team that, if they have a couple of bad games, they could get relegated. I guess I think they're just about safe. Yeah, they. It was a good game. It was a good game. I'm not gonna brag about it as much as I probably should. There was a fantastic goal. This is honestly, when I said about top goals for this weekend, this is the goal you want to watch. Jump onto YouTube. You're already on YouTube, but jump onto the Southampton vs City game. There's only one goal. It was a goal for Southampton. Che Adams scored it. It was a 45 yard screamer. Like, honestly, a bit of a deflected tackle that ended off. The ball basically just rolled into Adams' path. Saw the keeper off his line and just, yeah, it could have almost gone top right corner. I kind of think it swerved a little bit more towards in between top corner. Great dogs on a mad one. But yeah, if you're going to watch any goals for this weekend, that's the goal you want to watch. Going on to yesterday's games, Norwich lost to Brighton 1-0. Probably a predictive score to most people. Norwich are 100% getting relegated this year. There's 5 games remaining, and they're 6 points away from safety. 7 points away from safety. They're going down. Leicester against Palace. Realistically, I was texting. I think I tweeted it out as well that I thought Leicester was going to lose to Palace. I really thought that Palace would have done something. Leicester haven't done well since the return of lockdown. Palace have been doing half decent. They do well against the big teams. I was trying to work it out, and I was just going, I can just see Palace winning 1-0. Honestly, I was like, this is going to be a Palace game or a draw, or I can't see Leicester getting 3 points. And yeah, they finished 3-0. Vardy scored 2, scored his 100th goal in the Premier League. A guy that started his career in the Conference League, scoring 100 goals in the Prem. Absolutely fantastic player. If it wasn't for the fact that Southgate was so committed to Kane up front, Vardy would still be, he would be getting picked in the England team. But as a United fan, I really, really wanted Leicester to lose that game. Maybe that's why I thought they were going to lose it or only get a point out of it. It was because I'm a United fan, hoping that they'd lose, hoping so we can leapfrog them into third, into fourth place. And again, as United, we played Bournemouth. I think when we played them in the reverse fixture earlier on, it was quite an early game. I think that was a game where Josh King scored the only goal of the match. So I felt a little bit worried because of that. But then the United from the beginning of the season to now, with Bruno in the game, being that missing piece of the puzzle and all of that, not losing a game in 15, 16 matches, I couldn't see United losing. I could not see them losing. To put the game on and fall asleep within the first 3 minutes of a match, I woke up to it being 4-2 or 5. Was it 5-2? Yeah, 5-2. So I woke up missing every single goal. We were in the second half. There was 20 minutes, 25 minutes remaining. I've looked at the score and gone, great. The one game I wanted to watch, I've got my Man United top on. I'm ready to watch it, and I nodded off. And I missed 7 goals, biggest goals of the weekend, and I've missed every single one of them. And I'm watching it going, with 5 goals in, we might score another one. And was it Rashford? Someone scored a goal, and I was like, yes, brilliant, perfect. 6 goals in. and then it was disallowed for being offside. And it was like, great, okay. The only goal I got to saw wasn't a allowed goal. But I shouldn't be complaining too much because we got 3 points. We're still in the hunt for 4th place, 3rd place nearly. I don't know. We're 3 points away from 3rd, but our goal difference is 9 less than Leicester. So Leicester would need to lose a game and we'd need to get 9 more goals in 5 matches than Leicester, which is looking a bit, I don't know. That's why I kind of hoped that Leicester would realistically drop points in this match. Chelsea beat Watford 3-0 in a game that realistically, yeah, even in lockdown, that's the result you're going to see. Watford are looking very, very close to being relegated. They're 1 point away from Villa, Bournemouth, 7 points away from Norwich. They could get relegated this year. They could 100% get relegated. Giroud scored. Barkley scored. Barkley's doing wonders with Lampard as manager. Really, really impressed with how Barkley's performing. And the final game of this weekend was Wolves versus Arsenal, which I kind of predicted the complete opposite was going to happen. I thought Wolves were going to get the better of Arsenal. Again, it might have been a biased thought because who cares about Arsenal as a United fan? If Arsenal lost this, they would have been 9th, 8th, give or take. They would have been next to Burnley and only a point in front of Tottenham. If Wolves won it, they would have been the same points as United still, but catching up on that goal difference. So I was predicting that, Wolves were probably going to do it. They lost 2-0. Saka scored. He looks like a fantastic player. I can't wait to see him play week in, week out. And there's rumours that Aubameyang could be leaving. Will Arsenal want to pay the $250 after the issues they had with Ozil and Sanchez? They want to be paying these big wages out. I'm not being funny. He's a great player. If they do lose him, it's going to affect them a lot. Get rid of Ozil. But when they've got players like Saka on the bench, I think he's like 18. Don't know if my phone will show how old he is, but let's have a look. While I'm recording, he was born in 2001, so he's 19. He's coming up to 19. He's 18, 19 years old. To play against a team that technically are in top 6 and to score a goal against them before half time, I mean, he's got some yeah, I want to see him play well. He's one player that I'm sitting there at Arsenal going, if they lose Laka or if they sell Aubameyang or something happens, he is there ready. He's ready to score goals and assist goals, and I think he's going to be a future Arsenal legend if he stays there, obviously. But yeah, from Arsenal back to Tottenham Monday 8 PM against Everton. I will be watching this game. I reckon Everton will do it. I reckon it'll be, I like seeing goals in games. I'm going to say 2-1 to Everton. I just can't see Tottenham winning any games at the moment. Jose's, I don't know what's happened to him. He's not been the same manager since I think Real Madrid days, which has been it's been a while. So yeah, we're now looking at 11:16, quarter past 11. Not great with numbers. I'm going to put the dog out of the garden, let him run around for 5 minutes, and then get ready to go to bed. Ready for work in the morning, so yay me. If you enjoyed this video, and you want to watch more of these kind of Mark talking football videos, then hit the like button, comment below, tell me how I can improve these videos. I'm thinking about I used to do videos 2-3 seasons ago where I talk about Arsenal and who they should sell, they keep, who they should bring in, kind of videos that they used to do pretty well. I used to play a bit of FIFA content in the background. I'm not really set up for gameplay video at the moment. That's why it's kind of as basic as can be. I'm literally sitting on my sofa in my front room with my biggest fan. That I'm so surprised that in 2 videos worth like this I haven't mentioned that I've got a fan behind me and I'm talking about football. It's a football fan. No, it's not. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, sub to me. That's an awful word to say for me. And yeah, if you want to watch more of these kind of videos, check out some of my other content. This has been 20 minutes of my horrendous voice wasting your time. Check out some of the highlights on YouTube for these matches. The City game, 40-yarder screamer, amazing goal. The Burnley free kick was amazing. Watch the Man United game for the 7 goals, which is, yeah, 7 goals in a Man United game. What other games? Just watch them all. They're like 2-3 minutes highlights. Watch them all. Absolutely amazing. I'll catch you next time. Probably be either midweek or next weekend. For some more kind of videos like this. I might do one in the next couple of days with me talking, like I said, about who I think should certain clubs bring in to improve themselves and see how that kind of goes. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get ready and I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired and I'm only going to get about 5 hours sleep, which is to some people a lot, but to me it's not. I need my sleep.